ready with me for the evening event. The Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Deep Peach. Little bit around my mouth. Blending it with BK Beauty A506. Then going in with the Valmont foundation in the shade Amber Beige. Just 2 pumps. And mixing little bit of Sea Illuminator in the shade Warm Glow. Taking my foundation brush and saturating it with the product which is left on my hand. And then going in with the foundation. The shade Amber Beige is exactly my skin tone. And where I have the color corrector on, I'm quickly patting in the foundation. The concealer, I'm using these two Westman concealers in the shade M1 and M4. M4 is exactly my skin tone. I'm using it just around my eyes. And with this concealer, a little goes a long way. And then I'm using M1 around my eyes and to the places where I need a little bit of brightness. And blending everything. For the bronzer today, I'm using the Dior contour stick in the shade 2 Tan and saturating my brush with this first, pre-blending it on my hand. And then going in. And whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going over my neck, my nose, very roughly. And then I'm taking this brush, this tiny brush from BK Beauty, it's N12, and taking a little bit of bronzer, whatever is there on my hand, just saturating this brush with it and kind under my lips and over my keep it so this will give very pouty effect to my lips. Now to set my face, first I'm going to set my under eyes with Makeup by Mario Rose powder in the shade number 2. I think it's neutral shade. And first I'm making sure I don't have any creases around my eyes, and then I'm saturating this brush. This is N14 from BK Beauty, and very lightly tapping it around my eyes and wherever I have that concealer on. I don't want to mattify my whole face, but still want to make sure my makeup stay put. And then I'm going at the places where I want to brighten my face a little bit. Now I'm taking a big powder brush like this, and I'm taking my Lapraire powder, coating my brush on in this, dusting off the excess and just going over my whole face. Now for the bronzer, I'm using this Hermes bronzer in the shade 02 Atlas and coating the brush from, this is Pro Powder brush number 50 from Sephora, and just going over the face where I've applied that cream bronzer from Dior, just to warm up my face a little bit, and just going over my eyes as well. And then for the blush, I'm going with the MAC blush in the shade Melba, coating my brush with it, just bringing in the little flush of colors to my cheeks. I love this shade. It's very peachy pink and perfect for medium skin tones. I mean, and it's perfectly, I love the blushes which are like fully matte. I don't know why, they give very diffused look to your cheeks. A little bit on my nose. just to have a look like I have spent my whole day in the sun. For my eyes, I'm using this Dior palette, Backstage palette in the shade number 002, and I'm going in with this blending brush, taking the darkest shade in the pan, just going over the outer corners of my eyes. I'm very roughly applying the shadows just to give a little bit of depth to my eyes. I don't want to have very precise eyeshadow. Perfect. For brightening my inner corners, I'm going in with Charlotte Tilbury powder. With the back side of this N17 from BK Beauty, I'm just mixing all three shades like this, coating my brush with it, just going over the high points of my cheeks. For my brows, I am using the Sephora brow pencil in the shade dark brown. I think dark brown or medium brown. It's medium brown. Just first brushing off any product from my brows and then going with the other end just to fill in any gaps. Then I'm going in with this YSL pencil in the shade black and very roughly just lining my outer corner of my mouth, very roughly making a baby wing, you know. And it has a brush, a slant brush kind of shape on the other side with which I am just feathering it out. Now for the mascara, I'm using YSL mascara in the shade black. Just a single coat. And on the lips, I'm using the lip pencil from MAC, my all-time favorite Soul. First overlining my outer lips. Then I'm using the Chanel liquid lip in the shade 186 Pink Nude. Then I'm going in with the other side, which has the clear gloss. And voila, I am done and all ready. Just go and change now. And I am done and all set. So that's it. Bye-bye.